Hi, all. It's great to meet you. Thanks for having me join your class. And this is one of my favorite presentations of all time. It's not exactly what I do in my research now, but it's really foundational to my research, which is about disability and fat justice in outdoor recreation. And thinking about how humans interact with nature, and especially humans in different kinds of bodies. So for this presentation, I'm going to tell you two stories. So my undergraduate degree, I'm originally from Pennsylvania. I'm from Scranton, if you've ever seen The Office. And I went to school at the University of Vermont, and I studied wildlife biology. So I got a very similar training, probably to what you're getting now in your undergraduate degree. So the first story is going to be that, but then there's going to be a second story, because then I learned a lot. And so I want to clue you into the second story, because I'm really curious to see how you feel about it, what your takeaways are, and how it lands for you. The other thing I want to say is, whenever I do a presentation, if it's just me talking up here, it feels very two-dimensional. And the thing that makes presenting fun for both you and for me is when you interrupt me, or I get to ask you questions and you give me feedback, because I get to learn a little bit something new every time that I give a presentation. And you get to add your knowledge to what I'm bringing to you as well. Okay, so feel free to interrupt, raise your hand, ask questions at any point. Okay, I gotta click it this way. All right, so the first part of this story, let me know if this sounds familiar to you and kind of like the story that you're learning about natural resources in the United States, wildlife, ecology, stuff like that. We're starting over in Europe, and we have European settlers traveling across the ocean and hitting the east coast of the United States. And what they find there, this is before the country's founded, they hit the East Coast. This is Plymouth Rock, Columbus, right? And they find pristine wilderness, and it's untouched and it's beautiful, and there's just an abundance of plants and animals everywhere. And I have this really nice visualization from the US Census. It starts down here in 1790, and it ends in 1890. So the country's July 4th, 1776, right? So this is right after the country's established, and it's showing us some population levels around this time. So this is people per square mile from 0 to about 2,000. So any area on the map that's darker, there's more people there, which makes sense because European settlers are coming over, they're hitting the East Coast. And then we can actually watch them because they're collecting data on people for the census from that time, which is really wild. We see the darkness move across the map. That little blip over there is the California Gold Rush. And then it kind of fills in the middle until 1890, when the census says there's no more frontier line. People have essentially gone across the entire country, and that's it. They've explored the entire country by 1890. Clicker. Okay, but there's an issue, right?